What's up, everyone? It's Trent here with Visual Torch, where cybersecurity meets clarity. In today's video, we'll be going over TryHackMe's Advent of Cyber. Today is day 16. If you're tuning in for the first time, we covered days 1 through 15 already, so you can go see them in earlier posts. But the Advent of Cyber is TryHackMe's annual event that runs in the beginning of December, and it's a 24-day challenge where each day a new room will unlock, and it'll have a specific challenge. And these rooms teach you everything from basic beginner-friendly cybersecurity things such as network forensics, cloud security, phishing emails, things like that. So if you are interested in learning more about cyber or you're new to the field, go ahead and give it a try. Each day that you complete an actual room, you'll get a ticket to be entered in for drawings at the end of the month. I have a bunch of prizes, and the prizes total over $150,000. So that's it. Let's go ahead and get into day 16. Okay. And while we're going through this, if you have any questions, just go ahead and drop it down in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions, hear more about how you're feeling about cyber. I'm feeling a little festive today, so I put on a Santa hat in the spirit of Christmas. So here we are on day 16. So the story is the TBFC is under attack. Systems are exhibiting weird behavior, and company is feeling the absence of its lead defender, McSkitty. However, McSkitty made sure the legacy continues. McSkitty's team, determined and well-trained, is fully confident in securing all the systems and regaining control before the big event, SOCMAS. They have now decided to conduct a detailed forensic analysis on one of the most critical systems in TBFC, which is Dispatch Server 1. And Dispatch Server 1 coordinates the drone-based gift delivery during SOCMAS. However, recently it was compromised by King Malhair's bandits of bunnies. The TBFC defenders have decided to split into specialized teams to uncover the attack on the system through detailed forensics. While some of the other team members investigate logs, memory dumps, file systems, and other artifacts, you will work to investigate the registry of this compromised system. So what we'll be learning in this is we will understand the registry, the Windows registry and what it contains. We'll do a deep dive into Registry Hive and root keys. We'll analyze Registry Hive through the built-in registry editor tool, and we'll learn registry forensics and investigate through the tool called Registry Explorer. So our machine is already started, and I put in the second tab here, so we'll go ahead and we'll see that. We'll flip over to that in a minute. So now it's time to investigate the gift delivery malfunctioning. So the Windows registry. So our brain stores all the information we need to function. This is how we should behave, the first thing we should do when we wake up, how would we dress ourselves, our habits, and what have happened in recent past. Just like our brain is doing all these things, your computer on Windows needs a brain, which will be the Windows registry. So it contains all the information for how the Windows operating system needs to function. So it's not stored in a regular single place, but is situated in a single place inside the head. It is made up of several separate files, storing information on each different configuration. These files are known as hives. So this is where we'll be seeing where you go and you install your files. They make registry entries whenever files and things like that are stored. So we're really going to be taking a deep dive into this. And so the first column that we have here is going to contain the hive name. It's going to tell us exactly what it contains and its location in the system. So we have system, which will contain all your services, your mounted drivers, your boot configuration, your drivers, and your hardware. And in the Windows System 32 config folder, it's under system. And then we have security, which is all your security policies, both locally and audit policy settings. we have the software, which was where all your installed applications will be, your operating system version. Anything that is going to start when your computer runs up will be handled in the software. Then you have SAM, which is where your username and metadata is stored, password hashes, group memberships, and account statuses. And then you have your intuser.dat, which is recent files, user-specific auto starts, and user preferences. So you see the SAM would be something that any attacker will be interested in getting into. And then you have your user class.dat, which is shell bags, list jumps, and then that is stored under the user's username and your app data all the way to the Windows, Microsoft Windows. So now that we understand where the registry hive are stored, you may be tempted to double click and open and take a look at it, but there's a twist. It contains only binary information, so you really won't be able to read what is on these files. So, but there is a way to check the registry and see what the data is actually inside. So that's when we'll be going into the registry editor. And that's where we could see the actual values that are stored. And this is what your registry editor will look like when you go into it. So you can see that you have folders named HKey local machine, HKey current user. But we don't see our system, our security, our software like we talked about earlier. But Windows actually organizes these hives into the structured root keys. So instead of seeing these registry hives, we will always get these register root keys whenever we open the registry. So if you're looking for system, security, software, and SAM, it's always going to be stored under the HKey local machine and then this appropriate folder. And then into user.dat and user class.dat are all stored under HKey users. So you can see right here, HKey local machine, and that's where SAM security software and system is at. So HKey classes root, the HKCR, and the HKey current config are not part of separate hive files. They will just dynamically populate when Windows is running. So far, we learned what the registry is, where it's located, and how to view the registry editor. Now we're going to see exactly how to extract information from the registry. So right here, it's talking about connected USB drives. So if we're looking for information on a USB drive, it will be found under HKey local machine in the system, current controller set, enum, and USB store. And here we can see this is exactly the drive they're looking at, and then the front, and then the name of it. So it'll be that SanDisk Cruiser Blade at 16 gigs. So each device will have the following, which is a main subkey to identify the type of manufacturer, and a subkey under the above, for example, that represents the unique devices under this model. And then we can go and we can view programs ran by users. So the information will be in the intuser.dat. So if we open the registry file and we go into software, Microsoft, Windows, then the current version, Explorer, and run MRU, we will then see all the current programs that are running. So now we're going to get actually into registry forensics. So since the registry contains a wide range of data about the Windows system, it plays a crucial role for forensics. So in the process, forensics will be in the process of extracting and analyzing the evidence from the registry, and investigators will want to look at the registry, any event log, system files, data, memory, any other relevant data that they're able to capture at that time, because that's how they get a chance to piece everything together. So just like regular forensics on a crime scene, they're going to be doing the same thing when it comes to the computers. It's a whole chain of custody and things that happen in digital forensics just to make sure that everything is preserved. So this is actually the table right here that lists some of the important registry keys. So it talks about this Explorer User Assist stores information on recently accessed applications. You can see this one allows us to store all the paths and locations typed by the user. It stores the path of all the locations in this HKLM software windows. We can see all the search terms by the users in this registry. And the run is where anything that we're looking for automatically starts up. So that could be something for persistence. And then we have this one right here that shows what files user recently accessed. We can check the computer name, and then we can check all the installed programs in this current version uninstalled. So the investigation of these registry keys during forensics cannot be done by the built-in registry editor tool. Is because the registry analysis cannot be done on the system under investigation due to a chance of modification. So we want to make sure things are preserved, like I was saying. So we collect the registry hives and we open them offline in our forensics workstation. So since we're not able to use registry editor to open the hives offline, we're going to use a tool called Registry Explorer. So in this practical example of the compromised system, we are going to run that registry Explorer. So if we click on here, we'll let that load. So it's almost a week until Christmas. Yeah, it's almost a week until Christmas. How's everyone feeling about the holidays? Any travel? Hopefully everyone has started buying their presents or getting their list taken care of. So now that's up. It's saying that we can open the file files by going into load. And they want us to navigate to C users admin desktop registry hive. Go here, go to users, administrator, and it was desktop. And we're in the registry hive. So we could open up the system, but it tells us to hold shift and press open so we get a clean, consistent hive state for analysis. So if we click on that, shift open. Now we can take a look here. Because after loading system, we can navigate to search for the computer username. So we have to go to root and then control set and control. Go to control. It says go to computer name, computer name. Go down to computer name. We can see it right here. Dispatch server is 1 is the name of the file. Sorry, of the computer we're on. So it says now that we understand how to load and navigate the Registry Explorer, we can begin our forensics investigation. So they want us to note that the dispatch server 01 had abnormal activity which started on the 21st of October, and we need to use the registry table. Okay. So it says what application was installed on the dispatch server before abnormal activity started. We need a full path, and we need to see the value of the application added. Okay, let's go back up here. Let's load our hive. Let's just load everything in just in case. We had system already, so software. Shift open, and we'll say OK. Okay. So while those are installing, so we need to figure out where the application was installed. So if we go back up here to our table, let's see. Nope. this is access and launched. Stores all paths. This is stores the path of applications. Stores all search terms. This is run, which is for all the installed. We need to go for user access, installed all. So we need to go into software, Microsoft Windows. So if we go here, let's actually scroll up here and try and collapse everything. And let's pull this out a little bit more. So we were in software, open up the root folder, and it was Microsoft Windows current version. Microsoft. Scroll down and we get to Windows, current version, and uninstall was the last path. If we click on uninstall, it will load all of this up. Blow this up real quick. Get some more. Okay. So it says that everything started on the 21st. So we have different times. Let's see if we can sort. Okay. Let's sort one more time so we get everything at the top. So right here on the 21st, we got an entry. And see, what did it look like it installed? So it looks like it's installing something called Drone Manager. Let's see, what exactly are we looking for? Okay, was an application installed. So can we? Anything else over here? Oh, actually, looks like Drone Manager Updater is the whole name. So if we go here and we type in Drone Manager Updater. Okay, we got the first one. So it says, what is the full path where the user launched the application from question 1? So we want to go back in the registry keys and we want to see the full path of where the user launched it. Let's see if there's another path we need. Stores information about access applications launch via the GUI. So that's an HKU. So let's go over. So remember that HKU is used for user det and user class. So let's go back here, scroll up here, and let's collapse this one. So into user dat, close that a little bit. The root. Wait, that's Sam. Root. Software, Microsoft Windows. I go down to current version. Software, Microsoft. Let's go to Windows, current version, Explorer, and User Assist. Explorer and User Assist. See if we find anything in here. This is what we're looking at. drone manager before, like C dispatch users. All right. Oh, sorry, C users. So if we scroll down, going to the C users, dispatch.admin. It is in downloads, and then drone manager. Downloads, drone manager underscore setup.exe. And if we check that, we are done with that one. It says which value was added by the application to maintain persistence. So if we go back up here, that was under the run folder. So we can see it's in HKLM, software, Microsoft Windows current version run. So we can go ahead and this. I think we were back in software. Let's close root so we can see Microsoft. So the good thing is it kind of keeps your stuff, your whatever you had expanded out. So it was Microsoft Windows current version, and it's a run is what we're looking for. So click on run. You can see right here that drone helper was put in this C programs folder. Let's see, C program files, drone manager. So if we scroll down here, looks like we have more than one space. So I wonder, probably it's going to take the colon, the quotation marks, sorry. Quotation marks. C. Program. Files. And then it was drone manager. Drone manager, drone helper.exe. In the quotations, and then it was dash background, and that should be our last flag. Okay, and then make sure I hit everything else up here. Okay, I think we did. All right, now if I hit check, that gives us the room. So we are done with day 16's room. And oh, if we did the privilege escalation room, we can get an additional 50% more points. So we are done. This is the tickets that you will get when you complete a room. So if you did like the video and you want to stay more up to date into everything we're doing here at Visual Torch, and you want to follow along with the other as we go throughout the rest of Advent of Cyber, do us a favor, like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. And we'll love to hear from you. If you have any questions, any videos you want to hear and cover, drop a comment down below on the video, and I'll be happy to make a video about this. So with all that saying, have a great day, and I know I'm ready for Christmas. Hope you are too.